Yes, 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 Green Lab.
Start, Anna?
Hmm.
Okay. So, good evening, friends.
मेरे इसमें आया नहीं
Welcome
स्टार्ट
to
तो
the
करो पहले
webinar.
स्टार्ट सेशन
Exploiting.
किया स्टार्ट सेशन किया
It
क्या
has already started. It has already started here.
30 second lag, है ना?
लाइव नाउ
So, good evening, friends. Welcome to Accelerating Your Career with MBA. Myself, Dr. Anuj Verma. I'm a faculty at LBSM, Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management. I'm accompanied by Nidhi.
Hello everyone, myself Dr. Nidhi Malhotra and I'm faculty in the area of finance.
Hello everyone. I am also the faculty of LBSIM in the area of operations.
So, friends, today we are here to talk about accelerating your career with MBA, how MBA can help you in building up your career in the corporate world or maybe any other part of your life ahead. So, just to start with, we have come, say got some of the views of the some of the recruiters across the globe. Sarah Zeltner, Vice President of Human Resources for major insurance company New York Life, her views about why MBA is important and how MBA can actually help to your to design your career path. Then we have Tom Becker, the Vice President of Recruiting for Express. How he talks about that what you learn at MBA, something like equipping yourself with the data analysis and other things, which is going to help you to do problem solving in the future career and build up your career path. So over to Nidhi. Nidhi is going to talk about the other things about how you can learn and what you can learn at MBA.
Yeah,
So over to Nidhi.
thank you, sir. No, as sir has rightly put, MBA is like an enabler to, gain higher positions in management. And it provides you an opportunity to improvise on your abilities, to acquire a certain set of contemporary skills, and to make you more, sensitive towards business ethics issues. For instance, let's take an example. In our LBS, we are taking up a lot of stress, or we play have a major thrust on ethical dilemmas, and we try to have them included in our curriculum in various subjects like accountancy, strategy, and leadership, so that the students get well acquainted with such subjects. Um, it is MBA program has undergone a drastic change. What was relevant 10 years back is no more relevant today. So MBA programs nowadays at mostly all reputed institutes are carefully curated to make sure that the students have the right blend of skills which are in tandem with the company requirements. For instance, for a 2 year program, in the first year itself, every student is given, strong knowledge or a strong understanding of foundations of accountancy, economics, marketing, operations, coupled with industry interface sessions, live projects, and summer internship programs. As you come to the second year, you are gaining a specialization in the areas, and the specialization offered are also changing. We are having more of AI, machine learning coming into picture, vis-a-vis the traditional courses that were being offered. So this is all being done, and we are, facing or having a very changing face of NBA nowadays.
In fact,
Yeah.
I'll add to the what Nidhi just said. The world has become so dynamic that I was listening to the other day to the professor of Stanford. He said that what we are preparing for to the students today for the jobs may not be there 10 years hence. So that means what we need to prepare our student is to adapt to any situation. So that is the dynamism we have to bring into their upbringing and to their to that is what our curriculum or the MBA curriculum is all about, is to prepare them for any dynamic situation they can come across.
So I would like to add that you will basically hear the buzzwords which are over there, like machine learning, big data analytics, or maybe data science using R and Python. If you will come here, you will see that we have a well equipped computer lab with these softwares. So we basically enhance our students wholly, and it basically make you business ready or entrepreneur. You will become the entrepreneur, or maybe you can go as a serviceman.
So very rightly put, you must have heard about this word VUCA. Now, what is VUCA? We are all being surrounded by a lot of uncertainties, complexities, financial crisis, business meltdowns. So we keep hearing and keep reading about it day in and day out. So, teaching or acquiring these skills or to become a good manager is becoming more challenging. What you were or what we were teaching 10 years back, since I am also an MBA student from the same institute, LBS, what I have learned in 10 years, back is no more relevant today. So we are being surrounded by ever changing business environments. So it becomes equally important for an MBA to make the student more effective. He should have a global mindset, should be able to, embrace cross cultural issues better than we have done it, as before. So we are seeking that MBA is undergoing a drastic change, and we at LBSM is also making, a conscious effort to make our curriculum, to make a lot of our academic activities, more industry relevant. MBA definitely, opens the Pandora box of growth opportunities. You'll have opportunities coming, your way from various kind of niche industries, whether it's a startup, whether it's healthcare, ITC, analytics. So it makes you industry ready also. Why? Because you're being offered, a customized skill set. You're not only being offered, basic skills in accountancy, marketing, and economics. You're learning R, you're learning Python, you're learning a lot of, interpersonal, simulations programs are being run nowadays. So that gives you an edge over any other kind of, professional, mundane, maybe a professional program. So yes, it opens sort of opportunities for you and it makes you more industry ready. Okay. Coming to this, entrepreneur thing, I strongly believe that MBA has not a sole purpose of making you industry ready, but it is also acting as a catalyst to make you a successful entrepreneur. So it does not only make you, how to run a business, it also basically it makes you realize that what all it takes to run a business and how to successfully manage it. For instance, being an alumni and I'm also the alumni coordinator, I have witnessed, number of alumni who are running their entrepreneurs. For example, few names I can share with you: Mr. Vineet Bajpai, who is an alumni, president also of the alumni cell. He has his own venture in the name of Magnan TBWA. We have Miss Jasmine, who is the co-owner, and he started the company Green Snack Company. Then alumni has started an venture in the name of Caps Guru. So there are a couple of them who are doing really well, and MBA has actually provided them with the right kind of skills to start the enterprise. So would you like to add
No,
something?
I would like to add one thing here that like what our Modi ji is also saying that be a, job giver than rather a job seeker. So well, that is what also we stress upon, and we at LBSM also have a e-cell where we inculcate the entrepreneurship skills in a individual so that later on he can take up certain ventures on his own and maybe become a job giver in the future and add to the economy. Yeah. Do you want to add something to that, Sandhya?
Sir, I would like to say that we actually provide all this through various projects, live projects, also the case studies and various simulation exercise which we conduct in during the classroom, inside the classroom, and also the outside the classroom. We actually equip the students with various skills so that you become job ready or you may become job giver. Do you want?
So the obviously the curriculum of MBA has to be very flexible
Right.
because the as Nidhi just
Exactly.
said that the we are in a VUCA world where the world is changing like anything, and a lot of the technological disruptions are coming and hitting the world. So obviously the curriculum has to be very flexible because we need to prepare the student for the changing world, that world tomorrow, not for the today or the past. I think we have to take up some questions here. Friends, we have a lot of questions been coming up from your side. So let's in between answer those questions also. We have a question from somebody saying what type of certification are necessary to get an edge over other students while getting in a prestigious institute for MBA. Now, let me add here that, see, for example, if you are specializing into finance, now obviously you can add some more certifications, or maybe if you are specializing in analytics, it would add to, say, for example, you do a certification in Python, or maybe if you do finance, then you can add a certification into risk management, or maybe wealth management or such that. So that is what, and obviously, if you prepare the student for that also, I think Sandhya could add to that for Python and certification in analytics.
Yes, we are providing various certificates apart from the classroom teaching. We are actually providing a certificate from various institutions we have tie up with. So we also have a analytics lab, which is actually set up with the association of IBM. And there is another question which I would like to take. Maybe sir can answer. I want to join LBSIM, but I had not given any exam. So the question is, can I join?
Let me tell you, friends, we take admission is strictly
Through
through
the CAT
CAT or
exam.
GMAT.
GMAT, and the current CAT score which happened, it would be out in the month of January. So that would be the valid score for that, and the GMAT score is valid for 1 year. So that is also we take the GMAT also. So that is what you need to do before you apply for the PGDM at LBSIM.
Okay, so let's now move towards our main agenda of today. So the which is about the webinar about. So let's take it forward.
No. So let's start with that again. Continue with that. Yeah, please.
Yeah, so taking it forward, MBA is a globally recognized course. So if you end up doing your MBA from a reputed institutes, definitely bingo, you can negotiate better salaries, better, positions in a management or in any organization. So it's play, quite a crucial role in the long run for any person or any student who is doing an MBA from a good institute.
Friends, we're going to take up questions in between.
Yeah.
So we'll catch up with the questions maybe 5 minutes from now. So let's catch up with the presentation and then we'll come back to the
Sure.
questions.
Yeah. Okay, so MBA, the best part of MBA that I enjoyed the most is that MBA, gives you an opportunity to work in groups or in teams. So you learn a lot from your peers, you learn a lot from your faculty. So be mindful of the fact that who will be your peers in these 2 years, because these peers will become your alumni in the time to come. And access to your valuable network of alumni is a very, crucial thing. So right now, for instance, LBS has a network of more than 4,000 alumni. These alumni are like helping you in career advancement, summer internship, final placements, moving up the ladder. So we have seen our alumni helping out our present batch students and our existing who have passed out. They're helping each other a lot in getting better.
Okay, so
So
let us go back to the questions. There's a question which says, I am going to give CAT 2020 for the first time. Please tell me what is the scope of doing MBA? 2020 means you're going to be appearing for the CAT in the next year. See, MBA, like Nidhi has just been telling about what MBA can add to your career and your career path in future. Yes, surely MBA would help you building up your career. I don't know what is your background, but surely for anybody from any background, MBA is going to help you because see, what MBA inculcates in you is the analytical skills. You read in between the lines. So what you have been doing as a graduate or maybe a postgraduate without an MBA degree, what you can do with MBA is maybe you can look beyond what you cannot foresee as a normal graduate or a postgraduate. So that is what MBA helps you to see beyond certain things, and it is going to surely add to your career. So I can only say all the best for your future CAT exam, and hope you do well and see you at the new next admission session. So yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so adding to just one, what sir said, just one line. You're not only teaching in the classroom, sitting and gaining insights from the faculty. You're getting a lot of exposure about the outside world. That is very unlike other courses. So yes, MBA will help you in long run to have a better personality, to have better communication skills, leadership skills that are a must for any organization right now.
So I will now take you to the journey of LBS IM. When did we start, and today where we have reached. So we have started in year 1995, and I'm proud to say that we are at the 25th year in 2019, and this you would be the 25th batch of LBS IM. And during these 25 years, we have achieved various milestones. We started with the one program, PGDM General, and now we have 7 programs with us. I will take you through those 7 programs also. So next slide. So we are basically working on the values and ethics of the great leader and Bharat Ratna Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, who was the second Prime Minister of India. And we actually believe that we should work on commitment, honesty, integrity, fairness, and firmness, which was actually the values, the ethics which was given by Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri ji.
I'll interrupt here, Sandhya.
Yeah.
I'll take up one question which is slightly very interesting to me
Yeah.
because being from finance background, it says, given the MBAs are so costly, is it worth the investment? Now, let me tell you, friends, I've been listening to the chats on other forums also, and there's a pagalguy.com where there are a lot of chats, strings are being run. One of the common discussion is what is the ROI of MBA? Now, let me tell you, friends, the ROI of MBA, and particularly if you talk about LBSIM, is the highest. That means, for example, the normal fees of MBA at our institutes for this year is roughly 11.5 lakhs, and the average package what you get, or maybe this year what our average package has been, is almost 9.2 lakhs. So that means almost the cost is 80% to 85% of the cost is recovered in 1 year. And plus, I don't actually gel with this calculation because this investment is a lifelong investment. So I don't shell around that what is the ROI of, there is no ROI to education because education is immense and the knowledge you get is lifelong. So, but still, if you want to do a calculation on the financial front, it would be around almost 85% is the ROI currently for this year.
So
Yeah.
there is another question from Saloni, who is saying that is there any job experience or certification matter because I am graduate student and I am fresher too. So basically we have a diversified students over here. So we have students from all the regions, from all the academic backgrounds. We have students who are freshers and we have students with experience also. So it doesn't matter much. Though I will say that yes, it will be some add-on maybe to your CV. But for admissions, I don't think that it will matter much. So we have freshers also which are taking admission over here.
I'll take up
Yeah.
one more question, and I think I'm
And
sorry, I'm just
yeah, I
interrupting
just to add, ma'am, we
Yeah.
have couple of companies who look out for freshers too, and we
Yeah.
have couple of companies who are working, coming only for WorkX. So yes, you can go ahead and apply.
I'll take one more question. It is, I am working in an engineering consultancy as a mechanical designer analyst. How can an MBA be useful for me? I have a total experience of about 3 years. Let me tell you, friend, we have a lot of consulting companies coming to our campus. All the big fours like EY, KPMG, PwC, Deloitte, Accenture, they all come to our campus, and a lot of what they actually look for is the MBA plus an engineering background student because they have a lot of verticals in different streams, and they want people for consulting assignments only. So having experience already in a consulting engineering consultancy would add to your feather in a cap. And I think if you want to add something to that.
So yes, the analytics profile, as sir said, is quite in vogue. It is in demand right now, and on day first or first week of our company, we have couple of good companies coming our way, and they're offering really good profiles. So yes, it's a win-win situation. If you are an engineer with MBA and with WorkX, it really work in your favor.
Okay, so one of the question is of batch size. So batch size in one class is 60. So we do not take more than 60 students in one batch. Now there is an intake of 180 students in PGDM general and 60 students in other programs. So I will let you know when we will move forward the number of the seats which are there in each of the programs. So let's move towards the presentation again. So these are the various programs which we are offering. The first one is the postgraduate diploma in management general. So it has the intake of 180 students. The batch size would always be 60 in one class. So what I understand from the batch size is that you are asking how many students in a class. So it would be 60. Now we would be having three sections in PGDM general. So the other program is postgraduate diploma full time. This is finance. So again the intake of 60 students. The other one is the 15-month full time postgraduate diploma for specially designed for executives with the intake of 60 students. We have these two other programs. This is logistics PGDM in research and business analytics, postgraduate diploma in logistics and supply chain management. We also have specially designed program for part-time students who are working students. They can come on Saturdays and Sundays for the classes. And we also have another program, MCA, which is affiliated with Guru Gobind Singh in the Prastha University, IP University of Delhi. So you can see, as Nidhi has just told, we have a strong connect with our alumni. So these are some of our distinguished alumni who are at the various parts of the world and also at the senior positions. Like you can see over here in the slide that these are at the positions of senior vice president, senior general manager, director. We also have some of the alumni who have their own startups and they are well established entrepreneurs. So maybe if Nidhi can add on some of the names who are entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I told you briefly, earlier also. So the Green Snack Company, the Angels in my company by Angels in My Kitchen, Magnop, Caps Guru. These are all ventures started by LBSM alumni, and we have a huge list that we are running, of our alumni who have set up their own entrepreneurs, and they are doing really well. And we invite them to our institute also for placements, for interacting with our students. So yes, MBA not only makes you, as I said earlier, corporate ready, but also makes you, a good entrepreneur.
Okay, Nidhi, let's take one question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is
Please.
a question that whether I will be able to pursue an MBA if I am doing BSc in biology. Yes, you can do. We have students from various academic backgrounds, as I said earlier, from science background, from commerce, from they are engineers, and some of them are even doctors. So you should not be reluctant to fill the form and take admission for MBA. Yes, you can apply
Let me
for
add
this.
here,
Yeah.
friend. See, MBA is all about widening your horizons. So even if you are from any stream, it can widen your horizon, and you can say maybe end up in doing a same field job, same job, and with a bigger profile, or maybe you can shift to another profile or industry. So it has nothing to do with your background of education. It is just about the knowledge you're going to inculcate, and your horizons are going to widen in the MBA.
So
I believe, okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
please.
want to add this that you should apply as soon as possible because the last date for our forms is 15 December. So those who are very keen, so please remember that the last date of applying over here is 15 December.
So I believe I just added to what Sir and Ma'am said that as Sir told you that we have Big Four, coming to our campus. And let me tell you that life sciences is a big, hit right now. And all the Big Four companies have a vertical in life sciences where they look for people who have the right kind of, BSc experience in life sciences and an MBA so that they can handle the teams also and have some kind of managerial expertise. So you will be having a very good combination of MBA, BSc plus an MBA.
Okay, so there is a question which says the cutoff of for LBS CAT cutoff for LBSIM. Now, friend, let me tell you the last year CAT cutoff for our flagship program PGDM General and PGDM Finance was 85 percentile. This year. Hopefully, it is going to be slightly higher as the CAT exam was on a slightly on an easier note. So we are expecting a higher cutoff this year, but at least 85 would be the benchmark at least.
So you can get the forms online through forms.lbsim.ac.in. Maybe you can note it down. So you can again write it down: forms, forms.lbsim.ac.in. So over here you can get the online forms, or you can visit our campus and take the forms from the administrative person over here. Mr. Sachin is over here who can hand over to you the forms, and you can visit our campus also, the beautiful campus. Yeah. So now taking you towards again the presentation. So you can see over here we have students from various regions. We have various academic backgrounds. We have the students with the work experience. We have students who are freshers also. So these diversities make learning process integrative. You can see over here we have the talented and motivated faculty who is always ready to help our students. So these faculties are from the top tier institutes, from IITs, Delhi University, and you can see the various functional areas in which from which our faculties are, from accounting and finance, operations, strategic management, and maybe you can take, if you want to take some
No,
questions.
you just continue, please.
Okay, so please change the slide, sir. So some of the specializations which we are offering under various programs, you are under postgraduate diploma in management general program. There are some of the specializations which you can opt for in second year. So marketing, finance, operations management and systems, organizational behavior and HRM, international business, general management. So the specializations in PGDM finance are treasury management, investment management, risk management, strategic accounting and control. And the specialization under research and business analytics are analytics for finance, marketing and retail analytics, operations and supply chain analytics. In under PGDM logistics and supply chain management, we have specialization in logistics and transportation, supply chain strategy, supply chain analytics, consultancy and quality management. So these are the various facilities which are there for our students. You can see over here that we have upgraded classrooms which are well accommodated and well equipped with the air conditions, and we have a big auditorium with the capacity of around 260 students who can sit in the auditorium. We have well equipped computer center with Wi-Fi, and we have the latest softwares in our computer center. We have an audio visual room which has the capacity of more than 70 people. We have various recreational activities also, like the students over here, they play carom board, they can have they can play chess, they can play
Just to add, we have a volleyball court, we have a badminton court,
Yeah.
we have basketball,
And we have a gym facility
yeah, gym
also.
facility also, and then we have tied up with the sports DDS Sports Complex of Dwarka, where we have an institutional membership. So our students, for the sports where the space is required, maybe football or cricket, they use their facilities there. And I'll take up one more thing, is that friends, some question was for the CAT percentile, and I just told you that 85 percentile is the cutoff last year. But for somebody who has a slightly lower say score in CAT, we have another category of corporate sponsor candidates, where you can apply with a lower CAT percentile. The CAT percentile is slightly lower there, which is almost 70 percentile, and the students there are sponsored by corporates, and otherwise the students is almost everything is similar, but the only thing is that it's a slightly lower cutoff there.
Just to add, while you're filling the form, there is a field category. So there are options given to you, general, corporate sponsored, both. You have to tick on both if you want to apply for corporate sponsor category. So make sure you tick on both categories.
And you have to appear for 2 times for the
Yeah.
GDPI, because the GDPI for the general category would be separate, and for the GDPI for the corporate sponsor category would be separate.
On some other date, yeah.
So there is another question which says that could I do MBA in distance? So there is no scope of doing in distance through LBSIM. Now we have some programs for the candidates who are working. We have a part-time program in which we actually run classes on Saturdays and Sundays. We have one more executive program which is of little shorter duration. This is of 15 months instead of the 2-year program. So maybe you can apply for part-time or for executive PGDM programs. Okay, so this was about the institution facilities. We also have also have medical room and hostel. This hostel is separate for boys and girls, and this hostel is within the vicinity of 3 kilometers, and we have special cabs for that.
Yeah. So let me tell you that the hostel, we have a separate boys and girls hostel within the vicinity of 3 kilometer radius, and the commuting facility is that we have cabs, and we have shuttles running in morning and evening for the pickup and drop, and that's provided by the institute. The other thing what I need to add here is the some of the facilities what I am seeing. There is one thing what we have missed out, and that is about the counselors. We have the career counselor and the psychological counselor sitting at the campus, because today if you see the stress of the corporate world is so high, and the MBA is also not very easy, so people a lot of time need some counseling. So we have a full-time counselor sitting at the campus which counsels the student from time to time and guide them for their future.
Okay, I actually missed one point in facilities, that we have a state of art cafeteria. So maybe if you get a chance to visit LBSIM, you should also visit our cafeteria. So which
It's
is
very colorful. I'm
yeah,
sure you
very
like
colorful
it.
and well furnished.
Yeah.
So you should definitely visit the cafeteria if you come to LBSIM. So the other thing is the LBSIM library. So this is the one of its own kind and unique library in whole Delhi NCR, which has more than 42,000 titles of the books, and more than 100 titles of periodicals, and there are more than 9,000 e-periodicals. We have various resources, e-resources from various platforms like Abesco Host, Emerald, Sage, so, through which we actually get some journals, and we actually do some our students and we actually together do some research work. And we also have the databases from various research firms like CRISIL and CMIE. Our library is also equipped with various case studies from Harvard and ET cases. You can see that we also have a Bloomberg Lab, which is again a state of art finance lab with the support of Bloomberg India. We have 12 terminals with the seating capacity of 24. So this Bloomberg actually demonstrates the macroeconomic market and asset behaviors with the real examples in real time, and provides students with the visual introduction to the financial markets
I
through
think
Bloomberg.
Nidhi can
Yeah,
answer
I
that.
think we
Yeah.
are one of the very few B schools, in the Delhi and NCR who have such a big Bloomberg lab. And Bloomberg is one of the, tools or softwares that really helps you if you are pursuing your MBA in finance specifically. So we have a lot of courses like security analysis, fixed income, derivatives. So it really helps our students to get hold of real-time market information. Some of them are actually, they are trading also through Bloomberg. They have become an active trader. Some of them have pursuing courses through Bloomberg of CMT. So for PGDM finance program, for PGDM general program who are opting for finance specialization, it is actually a boon to use this Bloomberg lab, and we are actively, inculcating and incorporating the use of Bloomberg in our curriculum.
And let me add to that. I think we are the only institution in Delhi NCR
That have-
which has the 12 dedicated terminal lab of Bloomberg. Now, getting back to the questions, for another question is it possible to get admission without any CAT or GMAT score? No, sorry, there is no scope of admission without CAT or GMAT. We only entertain students which have a valid CAT score or a GMAT score. Other question is, will I have to live in hostel, and what are the overall charges, including the mess and everything? How far is hostel from the college? As I just mentioned, that we have a hostel of separate for boys and girls. Yes, the students from outside NCR, it is mandatory for them to stay in the hostel. The hostel charges are the 3,15,000 for 2 years, which has to be paid in two equal installments annually. First is along with the admission and the time of fees paying, and second is after 1 year. And hostel, again, let me tell you, it is within the vicinity of almost 3 kilometers radius, and we have shuttles running morning and evening daily, and to pick you and drop the students there. I hope I have answered your question. So coming back to the slides.
So next is next is about this computer center and analytics lab. So we have well equipped computer center, as I told you earlier. So we have latest hardware and softwares. So this is a very different analytics lab with the softwares like SAS, eViews, SPSS, MATLAB, Python, R, and we have association with the IBM, and we have prepared this analytics lab, and we also conduct various conferences and workshops on analytics and in other areas as well. And this is about this analytics lab and computer center. So let's move forward. So we also have some student bodies and activities. So the first one is management grid, which is very important and plays a key role for students. So this is basically a special body that facilitates the students' activities under the guidance of the faculty advisors. So it manages the grievances and the queries apart from the other activities which they manage, like conferences, events, workshops. The other one is the placement cell. So placement cell is also driven by our students under the supervision of the placement in charge.
Let me
Yeah.
just tell you the role of the student bodies. You see, for example, why we thrust on student bodies and clubs at our campuses, because we are more of a student driven institute where we want the student to empower and to learn from doing. So student bodies, you become members of student bodies or you become members of student clubs, becomes hands-on experience for you, and it empowers you to learn more and to learn by doing. So that is the purpose. Let me take one more question and then I'll pass on to Sandhya for the continuation. One of the question is why people quit corporate jobs after MBA. Now, I just told you that, see, MBA is something which widens your horizons. And sometime when you are working in the corporate and you do an MBA, and then you feel like that what I'm doing by serving to somebody else. So why can't I be a job giver than a job
Exactly.
seeker? So then that is why people normally quit jobs and then they start their own ventures. And you see around yourself that there are a lot of ventures being set up by the
That
MBA
is the best
graduates.
thing I can you can
Yes,
do.
obviously, yes.
Becoming you're already coming from a family who are first generation entrepreneurs. You're learning management skills, some professional skills with yourself. Now you want to expand, your business. So you're leveraging those management skills to become a second generation entrepreneur. And let me tell you, couple of my students in LBS have become a second generation entrepreneur. So they join corporate to learn some kind of experiences, learn some kind of knowledge, and they go back and apply the same in their own enterprise, or they end up starting their own
Okay,
enterprise.
let me take one more question. It says, uh, sir, can it be possible for admission if I have a poor academic? See, friend, let me tell you, obviously, when you are doing any academic program, you need to be strong in academics, but it is not as strong as you want to do an MBBS. But yes, MBA is surely a hardworking course where you need to slog and work hard so that you brighten up your career and your horizons. But a poor academic score doesn't mean that if you have a very poor background and you come here, then obviously there is no magic wand we have that we're going to improve you overnight. But yes, if you have a slightly poor background, but then it's a mediocre background would also work for an MBA. But the companies do come and they look for the past academic background
Yeah,
also. So in that case, it might become a challenge for
a
you
challenge.
to
Yeah.
get a job if you don't have a very good past academic score. But the cutoff as per AICT guidelines is 50 percentage in the graduation, which you have to have.
Okay, I can see that there is some feedback. I don't know from whom. So LBSIM is truly student driven, and it gives really real exposure to the corporate world. So thank you for this feedback. And I must say that yes, it is student driven, but there are faculties who also basically supervise you or guide you for to take the right path and to do all the activities which are there in our institute and which will help you basically to move forward in life. So apart from these student bodies, so let's see about other activities which we have in our institute, like social immersion program. So this program is basically designed to make the students feel about the to give back to the society and also to learn from the people who are underprivileged. So recently, the team of 40 students had gone to Jhabua, the small place in the small district in Madhya Pradesh, where they basically learned from the various activities, and they made these all small baskets along with them, and they
And
have
we have
learned
been, I
what
think,
is the life.
collaborating with
NSGC
NSDC,
also.
National
Yeah.
Skill Development Corporation, for last two
Uh,
years, and
Yeah.
effectively we have been working in close conjunction with their executives to come up with projects in different states of India. Almost we have covered 18 states of India, and we had more than 35 projects on like persons with disability, on migration studies. So we have covered a lot of projects, and we have presented to the executives and senior management of
Okay, Neil,
NSDC.
just to cut you short,
Yeah.
I think some of our friends are getting impatient
Yeah.
on some of the questions. So let us try to answer some of the more questions. I have 40 months of experience. I am passionate about business. My CTC is in double digit. Does it help me in my career? I pursue MBA. Surely, friend, it is going to help you because MBA is all about learning the in a better way. So it is going to help you. And I think if you want to add something to that,
Yeah, we have
IT, yeah.
specifically companies who are coming with only requirement of laterals. So yes, and they're very much particular to pick up, and they negotiate on the table. That you can have a better package if you're having a good experience and a relevant experience. So it will surely work for you if you have this degree in your hand. Yeah.
Another question is executive program, which we have an executive program which is a 15-month fast track MBA program, but it's a full-time program. So the question is, I am posted in Bangalore. Can I join the course? Friend, you have to quit your job or take a sabbatical from your job to join that program. The the requirement is that you have to have a 5-year experience to join that program, and it's a full-time program on campus. You have to come down to Delhi to join that program. So if you can do that, it would be wonderful. Second is it considered to be an equivalent to MBA program, and whether WES consider it as a master for Canada PR? If you talk about the MBA program, which is PGDM General Program, PGDM Finance Program, yes, they are equivalent to MBA, and they are considered for PR in Canada. But right now, our two programs, which are new, because they have not been as at 3 years, we need to have 3 years to qualify for equivalent to MBA. So we have got an equivalence from AIU for general program as well as the finance program, but not for the PGM LS RNBA and LSCM. But surely in the next 1 year, we are going to be equivalent in those programs also. Next question is, I think my any age gap after academics in will affect the admission or placements. Nidhi, you want to take the question?
I think while we interview, you have to justify for the age gap, and if it's a relevant, you give a justification. It is not actually a big hurdle. For getting through an MBA program, many a times you start up your own venture. Many a times you have any kind of medical problem, and we do, appreciate it. So yes, it is not a very big hurdle. You can go ahead and apply for it.
We'll take a last question before we go back to the presentation, and then we'll come back to the questions. What is the GMAT cutoff for cutoff? Last year, the GMAT cutoff was 450. and this year for company sponsored, and 600 for the general category. This year we don't know what would be the cutoff, but this surely it is going to be at the same or more than that. So that is what about the answer for the question. We get back Sandhya. Let's get back to
Okay,
the.
so these are some of the activities which you will see if you will be here in LBS IM, that we have various trainings and workshops all year, the whole year. We have various corporate interfaces. So corporate interface is basically the guest lectures from the entrepreneurs or the visiting faculties from various universities, or from the person from the corporates who actually gives you the real time experience and tell you what are the issues, or what would be the scenario of the organization when you will join it. So we also conduct various guest lectures. We also have seminars. We also The students also visit some of the renowned industries to see the work culture over there. We also have we have a annual fest called Tatwa every year, where which is actually the student driven festival. We also have some sports festivals. We have another club called Nivesh, which is actually a student run mutual fund
I
club.
think, yeah.
I think Nidhi is going to
Yeah.
deliberate on that
Yeah.
more.
Nivesh is a very, very unique activity by our students. They normally have their own customized mutual fund where they are tracking few indices, and it is, made up of couple of stocks, and they all pool in money together, and they publish their annualized and quarterly results in the form of a magazine, and we present it in any of our academic conclave that is, due in during that time, and it is, you can view its, performance of Nivesh. They have been,
And
for many
yeah,
quarters.
I'll add one
Yeah.
thing to Nidhi, that the last 2 years, I think our students, the fund managers, students, future fund managers, they have been able to beat the
Yeah, I
index
was
as well as
about to
the
say the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah, they have
They
been
have
able
given
to
abnormal
beat the
returns if they have
Sensex and Nifty.
Sensex.
Uh,
So this is something, a unique initiative that they take on their own with the faculty support, and they are managing on their own. They pool the money on their own, and they're publishing the results, carrying on their own fundamental and any kind of technical analysis on their own. Yes.
Okay, so there is a question which says, I want to apply for PGDM RN Research and Analytics. What is the cutoff? The cutoff for RNBA, since it's a slightly new program, we have just added last year only, last 2 years back only. So obviously, this is the first time we are having placement. And let me share with you the placements this year have started on a wonderful note. Almost 70% of the students of RNBA have got placed. The cutoff slightly, because still we don't know how the student is going to respond to that. So slightly the cutoff is slightly lower. It is in between 70 to 80 percentile, which is lower than the general program. Another question is, I have a 86 percentile in CAT. Will I get admission? Surely, if the cutoff is going to be like last year, which was 85. Surely, your friend, you're going to get a call from us. But let us cross our fingers and see what percentile cutoff we are going to have this year. So, coming back to the presentation, continue with the presentation. Let's.
The presentation is almost
Okay,
over,
it's
sir.
almost over.
So we
Yeah.
can take some questions.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So we are open for the questions now. So the forum is open. Kindly post your questions, and we'll be happy to answer those questions. But let me just tell you off the record that MBA is obviously, I think it's a career which somebody looks for, and I don't know, but because every year people say now MBA is quite old, now something new would come. But I think MBA is going to be what do you say? I think MBA is going to stay
Yes,
for
as sir says,
another
it's a
30 years. Yes.
life-changing decision. So make a wise decision before zero down on what type of institute you want to enter. Have a good look at the placements, at the curriculum, at the faculty profile, and make a prudent choice before finalizing your institute. And
Yeah, that's very important, because see, doing MBA and doing MBA from a good institution,
it really makes
it really makes a
makes a
difference.
difference.
So that means whenever you're choosing the institute,
Yeah.
you should be focused on how to select the best institute, so that your career is actually drawn on. Let me just again come back to the GMAT cutoff. The GMAT cutoff, as per last year, was 450 for the corporate sponsor category and 600 for the general category. This year, I don't know, but it would be same or it could be higher also. Yeah. So let us take some more questions. I hope.
That is done.
Okay, this is done.
Yeah.
So okay, how far is marketing at LBSM is worth pursuing? Now, let me tell you, friend, the uh, many good companies for marketing do come to us for placement, and the curriculum of marketing at our institute is quite vibrant. The faculty out here is drawn from corporate as well as from the best of the institutions. And to name few companies, I think Nidhi can help
Yeah.
me out there. Just name few
So
companies
we
which
have
have
a
been
couple
coming
of good
to.
companies
Yeah.
coming from FMCG, like we have ITC, Asian Paints that is coming. We have Vivo, Marico, it is coming. We have Imami, Varun Beverages. So we have a diverse set of FMCG companies coming to our campus with various kind of profiles. Bata came last year. So yes, we are pretty good in terms of providing a robust curriculum of marketing as well as providing good placements.
I think we have across all the sectors in marketing, the companies are coming to us. Maybe you talk about consumer goods, we have Vivo, Samsung,
Or in the case of
or
automobiles
LG. Yes,
also.
automobile, Maruti, Mahindra,
And we have Mark,
Mahindra.
yeah.
So Asian Paints to come to us. So there are a lot of companies in the Marico Industries. There are lot of good FMCG companies and the automobile companies do
Yeah.
come to our campus. I'll take up one more question, which says. Is there any international collaboration or any student exchange program? Yes, we do have tie-up with some of the universities globally. Like we have a tie-up with Northern Illinois University in Illinois, US. Then we have a tie-up with say Nanyang Technical University in Singapore. So there are quite few institutions, good institutions, where we have a tie-up and we do have an exchange program. But yes, it normally works on the fees would be slightly different for that program, so it has to be on payment basis.
Okay, so there is one question which says that what all specializations that we offer. So we have various specializations under different programs. So as I said earlier, so we have
Go
seven
back to that
programs.
slide. We can go back to the slide
Okay.
of PGDM
So
General
you
and
can
General.
see in the slide, we are just opening that slide where we had mentioned the various specializations. So in PGDM General, we have specialization of marketing, finance, back.
Operations. Yeah.
So yeah, marketing, finance, operations, organization behavior and human resource management, international business, general management. So you can see the specializations here on this slide. In under PGDM finance, you can see that treasury management, investment management, risk management, and strategic accounting and control is the specialization. Under research and business analytics, we have three specializations: analytics for finance, marketing and retail analytics, operations and supply chain analytics. Under logistics and supply chain, we have four specializations: logistics and transportation, supply chain strategy, supply chain analytics, consultancy, and quality management. So these are the specializations. Hope I have answered your question.
Okay, so there's one more question which says the average package for our research and analytics program. See, let me first tell you that the placement, there is a common placement cell for all the programs. So there is a common placement cell which is obviously headed by the faculty, and then there are a lot of students working for that. 24 by 7, and the placements are done for all the programs together. And this year the RNBA, being the first year for placement, has seen a very good response from the corporate world, and we have an average package of almost 10 lakhs per year for RNBA, and almost 70% of students have been placed for RNBA. Another question I'll take is there any education loan facility? Yes, we have an education loan facility. We have tied up with some banks. One of the bank is the our corporate bank, which is the syndicate bank. So and they offer loans on a very soft interest basis. So we can always help you out to get the loan if you want to have loan from syndicate bank. The loan is secured or unsecured. Let me tell you, education loan is an unsecured loan, which is obviously linked to your salaries. So there is a moratorium. You get a loan for 2 years, which has been paid in linked to your fees due at the institute, and then there's a 6 months moratorium period being offered to you post your MBA degree, and then after that you start repaying the loan. So that is how the loan or education loan is structured across the country from any of the banks. Ma'am, which companies come for placement at LBSIM? I'll tell you the list for all the different areas. I think Nidhi will repeat all the companies which have been coming
So
to
we
us.
have more than 132 plus recruiters visiting our campus. More than 100 plus are maybe first time recruiters coming our campus. So if you talk about purely consultancy companies, we have Deloitte, KPMG, Ernst& Young, Capgemini coming to our campus. Bain is coming to our campus. If you talk about FMCG companies, I've spoken to you like ITC, Varun Beverages is there, Bata is there, Marico is there. We talk about automobiles, we have TVS, Maruti visiting our campus. Then there is a host of new startup ventures that are coming to our campus. We have HDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, Bajaj Finserv, Axis Bank, SBI Life Insurance, HDFC Life Insurance. The list is too long. So we have actually mentioned our prominent recruiters on the website also.
Yeah. So you can always visit our website and see all the information. Let me cut short because we are falling short of time, and then we have a lot of questions on hand to answer. One is that your question says. So the placement list is done. And need full details for part-time program. We have a part-time program, which is a 27 months program, where the classes are run on Saturdays and Sundays. So there are 2 classes on Saturday and 2 classes on Sunday. It's again a trimester system where you have 9 trimesters over 27 months. So you can do it on a weekend mode, but yeah, obviously you have to be in Delhi. The average package in marketing, I think average package in marketing this time would be how much?
Around 9.5.
9.5. Yeah.
There.
So
Okay.
this,
So there is another question. Do you offer executive MBA? Yes, we do offer. I reiterate that we have this program which is for 15 months. So this is a regular program. Yes, we offer executive MBA, which is PGDM executive.
It's
Yeah.
a fast track MBA program,
Yeah.
which is a 15-month program where a student has to have an experience of 5 years in the corporate world. Then only you become eligible for this program. We do accept the CAT score in this exam, or if at all you have missed the CAT, then we offer our own exam, and you have to sit for that exam and followed by the group discussion and interview. That is the kind of admission process we
And one
have.
more feature
Yeah.
USP, we have an international immersion program in PGDM executive.
Where we have tied up with the universities. One of the universities we just visited is Nanyang Technical University and Singapore, and there the students are there for 10 days and they go through a certain module and the certification also given to them. So that is one of the USP which rightly said by Nidhi.
Yeah.
Another and which is included in the fees. So there's no nothing extra has to be paid for that. So that's the unique point for that. Then another question is that I just told you about the part time. What will be the cutoff of the ST candidate? Sorry, we don't have any reservation for any of the candidate. So the cutoff is same for all the categories of students. What was the median? Okay. This time, I think the median was almost 9.2 lakhs. I'm talking about last year because this time the placement season is still on, and
ongoing, yeah.
I think we have almost 80% of the placement is done. But the 9.2 lakhs was the last year median. But this time surely it would be higher. What is percentile needed to enter in your institute? I just told you earlier also that last year it was 85 percentile. This year, I don't know what would be the cutoff, but surely it would be at least 85 or more than that. And for RNB and LSCM, it would be slightly lower. It would be almost 70 plus.
70 to 80. Yeah. So any other question which we can take?
Friends, we have almost to the end, and we have another 2-3 minutes. So if you want to ask some more questions, you are most welcome. Or otherwise, if you don't have questions right now, you can always contact us on our website, or maybe you can call on the numbers which are given on our website. And if you want to contact our admission officer, his number is 25307777. I repeat, 25307777. Before that, you have to dial a daily code, which is 011, and the mobile number where you can contact the admission officer is 98113 20320. I repeat, 98113 20320. So if you have any query which is not been resolved today, you can always contact the admission officer there, or you can always log on to our website, which is lbsim.ac.in, for any query or any information for that.
You can also write an email at admissions@lbsim.ac.in, and also please remember that the last date of the form is of taking the forms and filling the forms is 15 December 2019, and the website through which you can access the form is forms.lbsim.ac.in. So please write it down: forms, forms.lbsim.ac.in.
Okay, so this is one more question, I think, which is very nice question. It says, "Hi, what is the teacher-student ratio?" Let me tell you that the student-teacher ratio is very healthy at our institute. We normally work on a 1:15 ratio of students to. So that means for every 15 students, we have at least one faculty member to guide them. So that's the kind of healthy environment we have here.
And we also have a mentor-mentee
Yeah.
relationship where a faculty is acting as a mentor for a group of students, especially for students who are not able to perform well in class or having some kind of professional
And I think Nidhi will add to that, because she has missed on that we have a corporate mentorship program also,
Exactly.
Yeah.
where all our alumni, which are on senior positions in the corporate world, they become the mentors to our current students, and they guide them to take up the responsibilities and positions in the corporate world. So we'll take up the last question, I think, because that's the time. So, sir, past academic mark is important for admission, or how?
So I think he should rewrite the.
Yeah, I think you are what I can get from your question is you're talking about your past academic performance. You see, I tell you that AICT, as per AICT norms, a minimum cutoff of graduation is 50 percentage. So you have to have 50% to qualify to do an MBA in any institution from the country. So we also have that. But let me tell you one more thing, that when corporate come, most of the corporate today, they ask for 60 percentage throughout your career. So that means that would be slightly better for you if you have a better academic record. But yes, for admissions, nobody can stop you if you have at least 50 percentage in the graduation. Thank you, friends. I hope we have been able to justify your
answer your
queries,
and if you have still any queries left, as ma'am and sir has told you, you can contact us freely or visit our website, and we hope to see you soon in LBS then. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night and have a great weekend ahead. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.